Hey everyone. So, episode 2, what we're going to discuss today on Where's the Yield is the status of the multifamily new construction project. Today, I had a conversation with the engineering firm. I was going to record that so everybody could uh, listen in on the call to see what the steps are and the conversation would be like with an engineering firm. I have contracted with an engineering firm in Charlotte County. I contracted with them this week, and we signed that contract. I sent in a retainer to them to do some work for me. The work that they'll be doing for me is one, civil engineering of the land, doing all the planning, the utility planning, the water retention planning, the fire department turnaround planning. Uh, so everything's civil. Next, they're going to be doing the building engineering. So I provided them a design of a duplex, and I'll come back to that in a second. And they'll be doing the engineering of that. And then next, they will also be doing some zoning, rezoning for me at the county. Makes it a little bit easier. You can do this yourself and work with the county, but since I'm in Utah and this is in Florida, in Charlotte County, it's easier to have some guys who are familiar with the planning commission and the individuals on the county council to get this rezoning done. The rezoning should be relatively simple, and what I've learned today during the call is the front piece, which is an acre and a half, is zoned residential multifamily 10. That means I can get 10 units per acre. The front half is an acre and a quarter, so you get 12 units. The back half is an acre and a quarter, and it's residential estate. We're going to change that zoning to get into residential multifamily 5. We were going to go with 10, but because I've made a decision on what product I'm going to go with, which is going to be the duplexes versus the fourplexes, which I'll discuss in a second, where it's better to go residential multifamily 10. Sorry, residential multifamily 5. That'll give me a total of 18 units on the 2.5 acres. Now, along with the rezoning, which should be quite simple because there is residential multifamily 10 surrounding it, and there's commercial close to it as well. There's a fee that I pay to the engineering firm to go through that process for me. One of the main reasons why I decided to go with the residential multifamily 5 in the back and go with 18 units instead of 24 is because I've decided to go with duplexes. Duplexes will offer me a floor layout plan that the customers, my renters, will want. That is going to be a floor plan which is open concept, ensuite, walk-in closet, single car garage, and that type of product can be very, very competitive in this particular market. Now, each market that you look at, you're going to have to need to do an evaluation of that market to figure out what products can be best for that particular market. So in this market, I've determined that the duplex would be the best product. The fourplex that I was considering had some challenges. One, it'd be not the level of product that I want to provide in this area because it's a little bit higher end of an area for the people who would rent this area. It wouldn't offer them a garage and cover parking, but it also had some challenges when it came to sprinklers. So I'd have to increase my cost to build to actually roll out a sprinkler system in each unit. That's not going to be a lot of money, but it's going to be some. So in this call with the engineers, we put together not only decided to go with the 18 units versus the 24, we've also decided to go with the duplexes. They'll be providing me with a conceptual plan of how these will lay out. Now, once I get the conceptual, they'll take that to the county and they'll get the approval by the county. This process of providing the conceptuals will take at least a couple of weeks. And once they get the conceptuals, and before we present these to the county, I'm going to have to get a survey. So the survey is going to be the next step. Additionally, they're going to have to give me some more information as to what's going on with utilities. So at this location, this 2.5 acres, I have water on my side of the street. So water's not a problem. I got plenty of water. I have sewer on the opposite side of the street, but it requires me to build a lift station on my side to get the sewage over. I can either do a lift station and get the sewage over, or I can roll out and do septic tanks for each unit. I think by the time I do septic tanks for 18 units, it's going to be a lot more affordable to just do the lift unit. I should be able to get some more detailed cost on that lift station in the next few weeks, and I can update you as to what the cost of those will be. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, well, how's this guy financing this and how do you put this together? Well, I've been successful. I will roll this out in the construction side, and I will pay for this all out of my pocket and pay for it cash. So I will be building this, and then in the future, I will look to potentially financing the actual residential units. I know a lot of people out there on YouTube talk about refi till you die. I'm kind of old school. I like to have my stuff paid for, and I'll talk more about my other assets and what other things that I've done in the past. But everything I have so far is paid for, and what's important in this channel is to understand I'm seeking yield, like lots of people are seeking yield, and with yield is cash flow, and cash flow is key. So a lot of us out there understand that having the money in the bank just isn't the place to keep it because there's no yield. So that's why I'm a big proponent of real estate and why I decided to share this project of the new construction, new development of the residential multifamily development. So that's an update on the with the engineering firm and the next steps that will take place. And so I'll see you on episode 3.